Forgive me, y'all. The next 5 to 7 minutes are all just a sales pitch. I'm sorry, but I've been given a platform. Why shouldn't I use it for my own personal gain? Some of you may know that I'm a cookbook author. Now, I won't waste valuable stage time hawking that old telephone book. You can easily Google it for yourselves if interested, or search my name on Amazon. What I do want to share with you are some exclusive excerpts from my brand new cookbook being released by ChemLife Press in the summer of the Proterozoic period. Primordial soups and salads and more. Recipes for parties, barbecues, and all of life as we know it. I am so excited to share this with you all. ChemLife Press gave me a huge stipend for photography, so I hired the best photographer I know, my nephew Jeremy. He's real good with computers, too. He calls himself a meme lord. I don't know what that is exactly, but it sounds very fancy. Who has the smartest nephew in the world? This ant right here. So let's take a little look-see here, shall we? After the periodic table of contents, there's a foreword by none other than Paula Deen. In the essence of time, I'm not going to read it to you, but she basically goes on and on about amino acids, butter, and how much she loves black people. Weird. I know, but my agent really wanted her. Now, I've started with a few fundamental recipes for all you novice cooks at home, so don't worry if you're not an all-powerful deity or a superheated aqueous ammonium cyanide solution. This is truly cooking at its most basic form. We begin with a traditional Provençal primordial soup with amino acid gastrique. Sounds fancy, but it really couldn't be simpler. All you need is a highly reduced mixture of methane, ammonia, and hydrogen to form the basic organic monomers, and voila, the amino acid gastrique practically makes itself. Of course, you'll need an oxygen-free environment and an ocean rich with iron and possibly a giant meteor impact, but I'm sure you can pick that up at Target. They have everything. And if I can let you in on a little secret, no one really knows for sure what was in the original recipe for primordial soup anyway. So if you're all out of methane or what have you, you can just throw whatever you got lying around in there and see what pops out. Maybe unicorns. Who knows? It's a real fridge cleaner. The next recipe is a simple all-purpose roux. Because it's a well-known fact in the culinary world, you can't make primordial soup without a thickener for amino acid pairing. Who likes watered-down ammonia anyway? Not this gal. But instead of the usual flour and butter, I'm going to let you in on my secret family recipe that goes back for billions of generations. It's just a combination of glycerol and choline chloride and muddy water, stuff you already have in your pantry. And hey, don't be afraid of a little dirt in your food here and there. It's precisely that attitude that has us all B12 deficient. Our food's too clean. Mix a little mud in it. Now you got a stew going, baby. Okay, once you got your soup base well mastered, you can try out something a bit trickier. I recommend moving on to the slow-poached, earliest basic life form in own juices found on page 16. You can choose whatever protein you like here. It doesn't really matter whether you source it from DNA and RNA. They'll both wad themselves up into something vaguely beefy. Finally, dice any vegetables you like and simmer in viscous liquid until a gerbil pops out. I'm just joshing you. Even gerbils are too sophisticated for this rustic dish. What you'll have made is more of a membrane enclosing cooperative elements that can undergo full division cycles in dirty pond water that smells like eggs and oven cleaner. I like to serve this one to my in-laws and stare my husband's mother dead in the eye while I simultaneously assert my dominance of love over her precious baby boy and also ask for validation that my own mother never gave me. So, now you know how to make primordial soup. But that's not all you'll find in this groundbreaking cookbook. Nuh-uh, no siree. I've packed it full to the brim with ancient food knowledge applied to the latest food crazes. Ever heard of the paleo diet? Well, this... No. No. Yes. No. Indulgent RNA protein smoothie found on page 23 fits the bill. Just add strawberries, bananas, and ribonucleic acid to a viscous liquid and shake the shit out of it until RNA folds itself up into a protein. I like to put a little Greek yogurt in mine. Sinful. And for all you ketoers out there, I've imagined up these keto-friendly fatty acid bombs. Simply start with a hydrothermal vent and collect the resulting fatty acids into a concentrated pool filled with morellinite clay until the singular nucleotides catalyze into vesicles. Simple. Then you'll have a hollow fatty acid bomb that you can pump full of cheese or butter or genetic material or what have you. Oh, excuse me, you snickering in the back. Is this too easy for you? Am I insulting you? You want something complicated, huh? Fine. Here. Oh, what's that, you ask? Nothing. It's just sous vide, pressure cooked, roasted, toasted, sliced, diced, and yet somehow still alive as it slides screaming down your gaping gullet, shaking its squidgy, microscopic little fist at God, water bearer, and optional demi-glace. I need to... He's flipping the bird, if y'all can't tell. See page 31 for demi-glace. That's right. You're not at that level yet. Before you go off cooking up creatures that can withstand the vacuum of space, how about you get a handle on this first? See, we haven't even covered sweetbreads yet, and you wanted to rustle up some space bug grub. Don't you feel silly now? And this ain't even all that simple. You'll need to begin with primitive bacterial ion channels and synapses, then wait for them to organize into nerve nets. If you're patient, the nerve nets may go on to evolve into ganglia or even simple brains, but it's not a guarantee. Not all creations require complex brains for survival and therefore may evolve or even advantageously devolve to do without them. If by chance you get enough complex brains to make this sophisticated brains tartare, I highly recommend it served with a raw quail egg and toast points, maybe a little green onion if you're nasty. I have one more recipe to share with you before I wrap up this sneak preview of my fabulous new cookbook, and it is these tasty trilobites. Perfect for party time or any time. Any time past the Cambrian period, that is. I crack myself up. Well, that about wraps it up. You may have noticed that there are no salads in Primordial soups and salads and more. That's because, as my daddy always used to say while simultaneously pressuring me to eat and criticizing my weight, making sure I remembered that if I ever couldn't bake a cake and refrain from eating it, that I'd never find a man, salads are for quitters. Besides, none of them made the cut with our recipe testers. Who's that? Oh, I don't know, probably just some mid-level paper pusher looking to make a buck on a focus group. Actually, y'all, to break fourth wall, this is Nicholas Hudd, who actually runs the research at the Center for Chemical Evolution, and I have made a meme out of him because I have no respect. Anyway, thank you all so much for attending this special sneak preview. I hope every one of you goes home right now and pre-orders Primordial soups and salads and more, recipes for parties, barbecues, and all of life as we know it. Because if you're not going to buy my book, then why are you even here and why are you wasting my time like that? You know what? If you don't want to buy my book and learn how to cook amazing meals from scratch, like literally from scratch, then you might as well just throw your hands up and cram your pantry full of this garbage. You know what? I'm done.